Ali, thank you for joining us today.
Hey Mark, thanks for having me. So I was born in California in the US, lived in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley sort of area. Moved to Bali when I was 11. Half of my family is American, half Indonesian. So I've been living here in Bali ever since I was 11 years old. Before that, I took like yearly vacations to Bali. And now I'm 22, so I've essentially lived half my life in both countries exactly. And yeah, California was amazing. I feel like Bali is just a completely different vibe, even though they're both, by the beach, sandy, a little bit tropical, a little bit more diverse than other places. Bali is like so laid back, so full of culture. When I first moved here, I definitely experienced some culture shock, especially being so young, having to learn the language, learn about why everyone was doing these different traditions, rituals. The rest of the world really loves Bali, and being here, I fell in love with Bali as well. It's just such a paradise, but I feel like it has so much more to offer than just, the nice weather, the good food. There's also so much culture and history and tradition that a lot of people, they come here, they visit, they see the beaches and they see our malls, and that's about it. And I want to show so much more than that, that foreigners might not have thought of before they came here.
So what's one or two things that you think would be surprising to foreigners that no one would really know about Bali?
Okay, the first one is monsoon season, or what we just call the rainy season. So there's only rainy season and hot season in Bali, or humid, sunny season. Monsoon season starts around the end of the year into the beginning of the next year, kind of like a winter. And you don't really see it often, especially when you're not in Bali. There's just the post of Bali being super tropical, sunny, clear skies, nice sunsets. But during monsoon season, it's raining pretty much every day, and that can cause flooding, gray and overcast the entire day. It's probably the trash here. Again, like when you're not in Bali, you just see the really beautiful sights, crystal clear water, completely clean beaches, stoic, silent, no trash around temples. But in reality, there's a lot of trash here. And there's a trash disposal issue. Most people burn their trash, or just throw it, somewhere into a plot of land. So, the rest of the island, 90% of the island is beautiful.
Speaking of trash, what are a few tourist traps that people should watch out for?
Many tourist traps. There are a lot of them that I go into in my book, so I won't spoil all of them. Probably the negotiation trap. So one of the most popular things to do is when you walk around, especially in the beachy areas, there's like markets that are set up just on the sidewalk in the street sometimes, and you can walk through them, and there's so many beautiful things that you can buy. You can try out clothes, artwork, but a lot of the time those people who run those shops or those stalls will really hike up the prices when they see that you're a foreigner, especially if you're someone who can't speak Indonesian or can't speak Balinese. They'll give you a price that's actually twice or three times as much as they would give to a Balinese or an Indonesian person. So my recommendation for that would be bring someone who can speak Indonesian or Balinese fluently, like maybe a tourist guide or a family member or a friend, and tell them what you want to get and send them into the shop before you walk into the shop to get the price tag, and then you walk into the shop and hand them the money.
Boom. Cultural cuisine dish that you'd recommend?
My favorite would have to be soto ayam, which is a type of clear chicken soup. So it has shredded chicken, cabbage, boiled egg, sometimes tomato, bean sprouts, potatoes, and it's quite a long time to make it. You have to make it over a number of hours, but it's basically the chicken soup for the soul, the Indonesian version or Balinese version. And it's such a childhood staple, the only thing that I can eat when I'm sick. And of course, my mom makes the best soto ayam, so that's what I would recommend. But there are also dishes like satay, babi buling, which is roasted pig, and things like that that are super Balinese and super delicious.
Sweet. Yeah, my mouth is watering right now. So
One hike. Ooh, and one of them is Mount Batur. So you can climb up it and see the sunrise, and then climb back down in just one day. It's not that big of a mountain. And it has beautiful views, and it gets pretty cold up there as well. Budget. So first of all, I would probably hit up Canggu. I would think that prices would be better here in Bali, but some places are extremely spendy. So I would go there, have a little shopping spree, and then I would probably go up north in Bali. I'd probably go to Kintamani or Bedugul or Lovina Beach. There are some beautiful resorts up there that are also very expensive, but are 5-star. They're very secluded, so you can get away from all of the crowds and really just surround yourself with the peace and the nature of Bali. There's actually one spot that's called the Bamboo House, which is in the Ubud forest, or the Ubud rainforest, I guess. It's completely surrounded by the rainforest, and it's made entirely of bamboo. I think you would probably just hire your own massage therapist to come in and give you something.
What do you love most about your country?
Probably the untouched nature. I just get an energy boost whenever I see the beautiful tropical rainforest. We have bamboo forests, volcanic fields, especially when you go up north, our beaches with super clear water. And of course, the people in Indonesia, they're so friendly, they're so kind, and you can just immediately click with people in Indonesia that I feel like you can't have the same connection, the same vibe in the air as in other countries. So Indonesia experienced a really unfortunate increase in HIV, which is obviously extremely concerning. And I think it's definitely a sign that we need to have better sex education. Like a religious representative suggestion was that we promote polygamy in Indonesia. So men have a lot of wives, and wives only have one husband, and that will somehow stop the spread of HIV. I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work, but that was his suggestion, and it wasn't a very good one. So I'm hoping that people don't take it as advice.
So what's one thing you want the world to know about Ali that is not very well known about you?
The thing is that I'm really determined. I guess I would say I'm really tenacious. When I want to pursue something, I will pursue it to the ends of the earth, whether that is making kimchi with no prior knowledge, or pursuing what is really meaningful to me, which is sharing a deeper look, a more realistic and more beautiful look into Bali.
Thing you want the world to know about Easy Mark Publishing and the mission we're currently on?
The world to know about Easy Mark Publishing. I really feel like it is the future of publishing, especially for grassroots authors. The ones that I've met here at Easy Mark Publishing really deserve. And this company truly cares and supports their authors. And that just shows in how we are communicated with, and of course, the quality and the content that we have in our books. Thank you for letting me be part of the journey from like the very beginning. It's been so crazy seeing how Easy Mark Publishing started and where it is now.